Hello traders, welcome back to AM Trading Tips. In today's video, I'm going to share with you one of the best MT4 indicators for binary options trading, which many beginners are using for clean and clear signals. This indicator is non-repainting, fast, and very easy to understand, and it works well on popular currency pairs. If you are new to trading and looking for a simple strategy with clear rules, then make sure you watch this video till the end, because I will explain everything step by step in a very easy way. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and turn on all notifications so you never miss any useful trading content from us. Now, before we continue, this is very important. Binary options trading involves high risk. You can lose your entire investment. Only trade with the money you can afford to lose. Also, please check if binary options trading is legal in your country before you start. This video is purely for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and these are teaching examples, not trading advice. Now, without wasting any time, let's move to the chart and start learning this strategy. This strategy uses three main components that work together. Arrow signals. These appear on the chart and show possible trade entries. Band lines. Upper and lower bands that confirm price position. Stock flat indicator. A momentum indicator at the bottom of the chart. Green line equals bullish momentum. Red line equals bearish momentum. When all three conditions match, we get a high probability trade setup. For this strategy, we use the 1-minute time frame. Every trade has a 5-minute expiry. This combination gives us fast entries while reducing false signals. If you want to download this MT4 indicator completely free, along with a PDF guide of all these rules, simply join my Telegram channel. The free download link is given in the video description below. Now let's understand the trading rules step by step. Buy trade rules. Wait for a buy arrow to appear. The price must touch the lower band line. The stock flat line must be green. Place a buy trade with 5-minute expiry. Sell trade rules. Wait for a sell arrow. The price must touch the upper band line. The stock flat line must be red. Place a sell trade with 5-minute expiry. Important safety rules. Avoid trading during news time. Trade mainly during the European and New York sessions. Never use big lot size. Always follow proper risk management. In the next part of this video, I'll show you live trading examples on the chart, so you can clearly see how to use this strategy in real market conditions. Now let me show you why I decided to take this buy trade at this exact point. First, you can clearly see that a buy arrow appeared on the chart, which gave us our initial signal. After that, the price moved down and touched the lower band, showing that the market had entered a low price zone. At the same time, the stock flat indicator was showing a green line, which tells us that bullish momentum is starting to build. All three conditions were perfectly aligned. So according to our rules, this was a valid high probability buy setup. And that's why I entered the buy trade with a 5-minute expiry. Now the trade is running live in the market, and this is the most important phase where patience matters more than prediction. After the entry, you can see the candles are gradually pushing upward, respecting the lower band as support. Instead of jumping sharply, the price is moving in a controlled and healthy manner, which is exactly what we want to see after a buy entry. And now you can see the final result of this buy trade. The price successfully moved higher before the expiry time, and the trade closed in profit. Let's continue watching the market carefully. The next opportunity can appear at any moment. All right, traders, now you can see a perfect sell setup forming on the chart. First, notice that price has clearly touched the upper band, which tells us the market has reached a high price zone. This is our first condition. Right after that, we get a clean sell arrow on the chart showing potential bearish direction. Now let's confirm with the stock flat indicator at the bottom. You can clearly see that the line has turned red, indicating that bearish momentum is active in the market. So at this point, all the rules match perfectly. That's why I confidently placed a sell trade with proper expiry by following the strategy rules step by step. No guessing, only confirmation. Now the trade is running, and this is where most traders are tested emotionally. In the beginning, price moves a little sideways and shows small fluctuations. This phase often creates doubt in beginners, but experienced traders remain calm because the setup was taken based on rules, not emotions. Slowly, you can see bearish pressure building. The candles start respecting the direction, and price begins moving away from the upper band exactly as expected from this setup. And now the trade has completed. The result is positive and clearly visible on the chart. So now, let's stay focused, stay patient, and wait for the next perfect trade setup on the chart. Here we can clearly see that price moved into the upper band zone, which is our first confirmation area for a potential sell setup. After the band touch, a proper sell arrow appeared on the chart, confirming the directional bias. At the same time, the momentum filter showed bearish strength, telling us that sellers were becoming active from the upper zone. With all three conditions aligned, upper band touch plus sell arrow plus bearish momentum confirmation, this became a valid sell trade according to our strategy rules. Based on this complete confirmation, the sell trade was executed. After entry, price initially moved with hesitation and slow momentum. The candles showed short bodies with mixed pressure, indicating a temporary battle between buyers and sellers. For a few moments, price respected the zone and stayed within controlled volatility. However, instead of continuing smoothly in the expected direction, the market began to expand sharply. The candle size increased rapidly, and price started reacting faster than normal. At this stage, the normal rhythm of the bands and momentum slowed in effectiveness, and volatility increased unexpectedly. This sudden shift changed the behavior of the setup completely, and price no longer followed the structured movement that our indicator usually performs under normal conditions. This sell trade ended in a loss, and the reason is very clear and important for every trader to understand. Even though the technical setup was correct, the trade was taken without respecting the major news safety rule. A high-impact news event occurred shortly after entry, and that sudden fundamental reaction completely overpowered the technical structure. A perfect indicator setup can still fail if we ignore the news filter. Technical strategies work best only in stable market conditions. When big news enters the market, price is controlled by institutions, not by indicators. This loss was not due to the strategy, it happened because the news filter rule was not followed. So now we wait calmly for the next clean setup where all rules align again, including the news filter. When everything matches perfectly, only then we enter the next trade. Here we get a perfect buy setup according to our strategy rules. First, you can clearly see a valid buy arrow on the chart. At the same time, the price has reached and touched the lower band, which tells us that the market is in a possible oversold zone. Now for the most important confirmation, the stock flet indicator is showing a green line, which confirms bullish momentum. Since all three conditions are matched perfectly, this gives us a high probability buy setup, and that is exactly why the buy trade is taken at this point. Strictly following the rules, no guessing, no emotion. Now the trade is active, and this is where patience becomes more important than excitement. Notice how the market starts to stabilize after entry. This is a healthy behavior when the setup is clean. Instead of jumping immediately, the price tests the nearby area, shakes out weak movements, and then slowly starts to build upward pressure. This phase is very important for learning traders because it teaches you not to panic during small fluctuations. The bands remain supportive, momentum stays in favor of the trade, and the candles continue to respect the structure of the setup. And here comes the final outcome. The trade closes successfully, exactly as planned by the strategy. This is a clear example of what happens when discipline meets proper confirmation. No shortcuts, no overtrading, just pure rule-based execution. If you are enjoying this type of real-time educational breakdown, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and enable all notifications. And remember, we don't chase trades, we wait for them. Now let's stay patient and watch for the next perfect setup to appear.